Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Hope. Hope from the heart. Hey, you guys, it's October 27th and it's 54 degrees outside. It feels nice. It feels nice. I want to see a breeze. It was actually kind of warm for 54 for some reason. All right, so this morning, it's real quick. So I got a late start. My son and my daughter, not my daughter, but my son and my sister, we were discussing grown children. And he was asking what's worse, making sure that they're protected, if they're grown or a child. To me, I think if they're a child, it's easier to protect them. Because once they become an adult, especially at 18, they really don't want to hear anything. I was thinking about myself on a personal level, how I was at that age. And me and my father, we didn't have the best relationship when I would say, elementary school, probably around, I got my second child, and I'd often give him the silent treatment. He was just such a mean person, and not understanding was that he was trying to protect me. I mean, back then, girls, my father wouldn't allow me to do a lot of things. But what he didn't understand, even though he tried to protect me, there's a lot of things that happened to me unbeknownst to him. Such as when I was 9 years old, I was molested by a family member. Later on, probably younger than that, by another family member. So then later on, rape. So it's a lot of things that happen that as parents, we're not going to be able to protect our children either way, because something's going to happen. Unfortunately, it's not good. It's not pretty. So I think it's probably easier in some degree because you control a little bit more regarding the younger children. When they get older, like I said, they want to do what they want to do. Especially if they live a sheltered life like I did. I lived a very sheltered life. My brother, he was able to do more things than I was, or go different places. I couldn't go pretty much anywhere when I was younger. And if I did, good morning, and if I did, someone had to go with me, which was all well and dandy and fine, but just because I was a girl, I couldn't do anything? Yeah, because I was a girl, I couldn't do anything. So, and when your children get older, and it's not like we want to control them, it's just that we have been in their shoes and they feel like they're different. They're going to do things a lot different than we did. Well, maybe that is true. To some degree, I do believe that. But I also believe that there's nothing new under the sun. Just different players, just different things, different situations, but there's nothing new under the sun. And I'm still learning that. All my children are grown. I'm still learning how to step back, just listen, if possible, not offer any advice unless solicited. So I'm still learning. It's so hard. So I see things, and I see a bug in my eye. I can feel it. I can see like almost 10 steps ahead of what's going to happen. And if you do this, you do that. But I just have to learn how to let it go. Okay, Sarah, whatever will happen, let it be. And that's what my dad had to do to me. He said, okay, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to let you live your life. Good morning. How are you?
Fine. And how about you?
I'm good. Thank you. And when he said that, I think I must have been 20 years old, 18, 19 or 20 years old when he said, I'm done. You can do what you, he didn't say I'm done. He said, you can do whatever you feel like you need to do. Because he wanted to tell me who I could see, who I could hang around with at that age. And mind you, I wasn't a bad girl. I really wasn't. But when I did something, it was big. It was big. But for the most part, yeah, I didn't really do a whole lot, unfortunately. And that view, y'all can see it. It's really pretty, so pretty. Got my tennis shoes on this time, so I'm doing a little bit more walking today. Doing a little bit more walking today. Keep forgetting that my alarm goes off at a certain time. All right, so this will be my last lap. Then I'll go home. Oh, by the way, so my relationship with my father came full circle. I do remember, even though during my teenage years, like when my parents were having, spats and disagreements and whatsoever, he would go outside and he would fix the car, or if the car just needed fixed to begin with. Hold on a second. Bugs. He'll be outside. So I will go out there and hang out with them. Even though I was giving him the silent treatment, which he absolutely hated. My dad hated for me to give him the silent treatment. He said he would come into my room and say, so you still not talking to me? Nothing. You could hear crickets. You could hear crickets. He just did not like me for me to not say anything to him. So, but I would go outside and just sit there outside, on the porch and just watch him fix the car. If I felt like talking to him, I'll stand up and I'll ask, what is this? What's that? How does this work? And he was more than happy to explain. I even remember telling him, I said, Daddy, I'm the oldest. I can't do anything. You won't let me do anything. And I don't even have a big brother or a big sister to even go to even ask questions. He said, I'll be your big brother. I'm like, how he gonna be my big brother? He wanted to let me talk to this guy or that guy. And then if I tell him that I'm interested in the guy, that's gonna make it worse. Brothers do not like for their sisters to date. There's nobody good enough because they know what boys are about. They know what men are about. Bugs. So, yeah, but okay, so let me speed this up. So I got older. I appreciated him more. I had my own children and I can understand where he was coming from. And I remember one specific time, I said, Daddy, thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. I love you. And he stopped. He almost started crying. He said, oh, I thought you hated me. I don't know how he figured I hated him when we would talk for hours about everything. If he would pick up my children, my girls from school, from daycare, I would, buying dinner, giving money, I did so much. I did so much for my dad. I spent a lot of money on my dad. I did a lot. It will never, ever, ever, ever compare to what he's done for me over the years. But I thought that he knew that I loved him. And I said, Daddy, I don't even get that any thought. There's one thing that I will say after he told me that he will stay out of my life. He said he will stay out of my life. And at that point in time, I was happy because that's what I needed him to do. I just needed him to just give me some time to breathe. I mean, I was going through a bad marriage, you know. My husband didn't want me. My boyfriend he was my boyfriend at the time. My boyfriend before I got married, he just wanted to take me out and just take me out. Things that I wasn't able to do with him, you know, because my dad didn't approve. So I let my dad know that everything was well. And whenever he did step in, whenever my dad did step in and say, Hope, that's not a good idea, I listened and I did what he suggested. And every single time, whatever suggestion that he made, or even if it was a demand, I did it. Out of a couple things, respect, and I felt that what he was saying to me was right. I didn't allow my pride, I'm grown. I can't stand that. I'm grown. You can't tell me what to do. I know you guys have heard that before. I'm grown. You can't tell me what to do. Have you heard kids say that? It might even been your own child. I remember mine. I don't think any of mine said that to me. I really don't remember if they did or not. But I've heard that many a times. I'm grown. I'm grown. Okay, Miss Grown, Mr. Grown, do what you do. And see what happens. See what happens. No, parents are not always right. But I tell you what, the ones who are trying to do what they can for their children, they will not steer the children wrong on an intentional basis. They won't do that. I certainly wouldn't do that. And I know you guys wouldn't do that either. But we got to stop telling my son last night, we got to stop playing God, because we are not. And children, just like we had to go through our experiences and learn from our mistakes, that's what we got to do. That's what we got to let them do. Otherwise, how are they going to grow? And I'm learning that even with my daughter, you know, and my grandchildren. I have to step back. So what I'll do is I'll go in my room and let them do what they do. Let them do what they do. Let her do what she do, I should say. And I've tried to stop saying you should do this or you should do that. It's hard because I see things. It really is, and maybe I don't know the big picture. But I tell you, it's hard to step back and just see your children or your grandchildren going down a road that they shouldn't be going down. Or if you see family members, even family members, it's just not really about your children, but anybody that's in your life that you love. It's hard to see, it's really hard to see them going down a path that you know that can be prevented. But you got to think back. I have to think back of when I was their age. I had to step back. I had to learn. I just had to learn. You know, and they will too. I think I turned out okay. I think my daughter turned out okay. I know matter of fact, I know she will. I know that my grandchildren turned out okay. I know that your children will turn out okay. Just let them know that they're there, that you're there, and all will be well. All right, guys. I think that I'm cutting it really close. Getting back home and starting my work. Cutting it close. So I'm gonna sign off here. Well, I'm gonna sign off in a second. I can't sign off because I'm driving actually. Alright, so if you got to the end of this video, leave me a comment and tell me what do you think? How do you know do you have your grown children? How did you handle it? What did you do if you know someone who has grown children and going through? Did you offer any advice to them? What did you do? How was it handled? I will say that I had the most beautiful relationship with my dad. I really did. And there is so much that could have been different between us when I was growing up. Hold on one second. I'm gonna park over here. There could have been so much, things could have been so different. I had I shed a lot of tears, you guys. A lot of tears, a lot of heartache. There was a lot of unforgiveness, but towards the end, no, not even towards the end, but as I grew up, one sec. As I grew up, things got better because of my mindset and the unforgiveness, and everything just went away. And I was happy, he was happy. Good morning, how are you doing? And, life was just better when I was able to let things go. And I had a good relationship with my dad. So when he passed, I had a clear conscience, knowing that I did the best by my dad. So forgive if you can, it's for you. It's for you. Forgiveness is for you, not for the other person, for your peace of mind. And your parents may have done some horrible things to you, but you got to forgive for yourself and let it go. Even if you're having a relationship with them, that's okay too. All right, got to go to work, probably late. Talk to y'all later. Bye.